Welcome to Musty Millennials. Today, we'll discuss the celebrity scandals that rocked 2006. We'll cover an infamous DUI that featured some anti-Semitic remarks. Then we'll jump over to Italy for the wedding of the century, which included a castle and a wacko groom. And then we'll wrap things up with a pop star meltdown that led to a toddler behind the wheel. Speaking of a toddler behind the wheel, let's send it over to our hosts. Here they are, Gina and Kyle.
Wow.
I think we're a little better than toddler behind the wheel.
I feel like we're a preteen learning how to drive.
And like I'm holding the pedals and you're holding the wheel.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
If a stranger looked at your recent driving record, Gina, they'd wonder if a
one
toddler
time
was
I crashed
behind
the
the
car
wheel.
twice in a month. One time.
Who are you first?
Oh, I'm Gina.
I'm Kyle.
Brandon.
Fab. So glad we did that. So I was very largely pregnant, like rotund, and the garage where I work is very tight. And so when I got back to my car after a really long day of work, I couldn't fit my fat fucking pregnant ass into the car.
Yeah.
So I had to basically go in through the passenger side, which was the only place that I could fit,
right,
and then climb over. But you know how hard it is to climb over?
I was going to say, did you have to push seats back?
I didn't, which was probably the problem.
Yeah.
And like my leg got stuck, and then I started to sweat, and then I panicked that I couldn't get out of the pretzel that I was in. It was a whole thing. So the next day I was
We need to get that security footage from the garage.
Honestly, that guy, whoever reviews that, had a field day.
Yeah.
So then the next day I was like, I'm going to park next to a pole so that I can control what's on my left side because I'm pregnant and I don't want this to happen again. I tried to jam myself into a spot that was too small because I was so adamant and focused on getting next to the pole that I swiped the whole side of the car. But not only on the way in, but then I was like, oh, well, I have to back out now. So I got it on the way back out as well.
What made you feel old?
I feel personally offended by I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. For the last 10 years, I've been posting myself max standard filter on Instagram, do I apply?
Right.
Have you ever heard of Face App?
No.
Okay. Let me fucking tell you.
Is this what you did the other day?
Okay.
That's what it's called?
Yes. So all these hot bitches that I see, like not even celebrities, regular people. My cousin, shout out Madeline LaRocca, was like, oh yeah, like
Madeline's the best.
And she's smoking hot.
Yes.
Without a filter.
Right. She doesn't need a filter.
She tells me that this is a standard practice amongst hot girls. Well, she doesn't call it hot girls. I'm observing.
Right.
Because I asked a couple other hot girls that I consider hot girls.
Right.
I.e. Laura, shout out.
Yeah.
And her family. And I am shooketh that I have been posting photos without any editing all my life.
And playing at a disadvantage.
I have been playing at a handicap for 10 years. She's like, oh, Face App. Yeah, it's been out like, what are you doing? And granted, when you do it, like there's a world in which it's like absurd, right? But it just like smooths you out a little bit.
Right.
So I'm done with my free trial, so we'll never do it again. I hope you like that picture that we did it for.
Yes.
So,
and then I commented on one and I was like, whoa, you look beautiful in these photos.
And I was like, it's a fucking sham.
And I was like, wow, you look so great. Not that you don't, but you just looked remarkably good
this is how,
at this event. And I was like, oh, you really did it up for, what was it, Henry's christening.
And by the way, I did look hot in person, just to be clear.
Yes.
But that photo, my face was like a little bit more like made up makeup wise via the app and smoothed. So all it does is like freshen you up a bit, but just a little freshening is all we need to be looking smoking.
Well, this is the problem though, because it's all, unrealistic beauty standards. So like to all those young girls who are,
No, I feel like the veil was lifted.
Yes.
And now I understand why everyone has
looks
dysmorphia.
so good. Yes, that's what I mean.
But also, let me tell you something. Thank God it was only a trial and I'll never do it again because...
It's addicting.
Oh, yeah, baby. And then I went real nutso. It's actually so funny. I showed it to Brandon. I did like a extreme like elephantitis version.
It was ridiculous.
And I like made my arm really skinny.
Oh my God. You can do your arms, not just your face?
You can do anything. So I sized my arm down, but I left my big fat mitt, my hand.
It looked like
normal
she had
size.
like muscular dystrophy.
I showed it to Brandon. I was like, look how funny this is. My face looked banging. It was a different person. It wasn't Gina Mim, but that woman was beautiful because she was a fake face. But then
it looked like a skinny, bony skeleton with a baseball mitt.
Oh, my baseball mitt for a hand because I forgot to shrink the hand. But obviously it was not going anywhere, so I wasn't working that hard on it.
That's crazy. I hate it.
It's bananas. All I'm going to say is, if you didn't know about them, don't try them because it's going to make you feel like shit about yourself. It's going to make you want a lot of plastic surgery. I'm already trying to convince Brandon on the lip filler. I've mentioned that before on the podcast.
Yes.
He's so not down for it. So he better watch out. If he keeps traveling for work, he may come home one day and I'll have some bruising on my lips.
Yeah.
If you ever look like the lion from Wizard of Oz,
He thinks all these old bitches look like the Cowardly Lion.
They look ridiculous.
They look insane.
A half a syringe in my lip.
Yeah, but that's how it starts, man.
He thinks it's a gateway drug.
It is. It's like the tanning, though. That's how we got all tanorexic. You know, like we're not tan enough. I was tanning before my wedding.
It's the best I looked.
Right, but then it's like a little more, and then you get like body dysmorphia. Like that's where it gets a little bit delulu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to do the fillers on my face. I just want like a little.
Says you now until you're like, wow,
yeah. But
this
what if
looks
we're
good.
like in our 50s and we're like, fuck, I'm an uggo now. Like I better really up my game here. And
but maybe then I'll need it, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this because I'm pissed that Brandon and I aren't aligned. Okay. But all I got to say is those filters on that app make me realize what some face surgeries and freshening could do for a gal.
Hey, let me tell you something. You are absolutely stunningly beautiful just the way you are.
Do you like the hump in my neck?
I agree. You are stunningly beautiful.
Wait. Hold on. Let me.
All right. Will I feel old?
Yeah, tell me.
Also deals with social media.
Great.
And you're going to make fun of me.
And mental health issues that it promotes?
Definitely not. A different kind of mental health issue, which is just me being challenged. Instagram changed, and I am in complete disarray.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Can I just say
something? The fonts
something?
are different. I don't know how to operate it. Like, what happened?
So you want to know why I can't comment on this? Because I must be in the one fucking test group that doesn't get the update. I'm the only person on the planet that doesn't have new Instagram. So don't even talk to me about it. Talk to Brandon.
Autoing like Times New Roman. And I was like, where's my font I like?
Wait, so the new fonts aren't good? I like them.
Well, I don't know how to operate them because some are old, some are new. And it made me feel so uncomfortable that I had to learn a new like interface.
But is anything different besides new fonts are added?
Yeah, there's like other shit. Like and I have an Android, so everything is a little bit different. But just the way that like, there's certain things that are the same, but some of it's not. And like, even the way that like you layer images and stuff like that, like clicking them is in theory easier, but not for me. So like, I'm fucking things up. So now I just have to,
hard?
If someone tags me in something and I want to like comment on it, I just don't. I just repost it because I can't fucking deal with any of the new updates or how I want to do it.
You know, it's funny. I've noticed that your reposts have been very vanilla.
No, they're so vanilla because I can't handle it. That's why I'm crippled and I can't get in there and I don't have time to teach myself because I'm apparently 100. So I just repost them with no, just like this happened. Like I don't have any comment on it.
They should give you, you know, like when you go to a new app and it's like, would you like to take a tour?
Yes.
They need to when they do an update.
Or like, here's an update. Do you want to watch like a 1 minute teaser video of like, here's where everything is now?
There has never been something more exposing of our age than this conversation right now.
Well, because I'm sure everyone else just figured it out, but I am absolutely crippled. And not that my social media game was like kick ass before, but like
no, so
I figured out how to work within my own parameters. And then when you change the circumstances without telling me what the changes are, and I just have to figure them out on my own, it's mean.
Well, I felt like that, so I can't relate because I don't have the fucking update. Sure. But the Musty account has it. So I'm aware that the fonts are new and I see other people. There's one that like looks like Halloween. I'm like, yes. Well, you launched on Halloween. That's not going to be cool in 1 minute. So I hope that you're
November 1st, you're dead.
Getting rid of that.
Yeah.
But I felt this way when we were talking about how to make the background a certain color. So like my only Insta game is photo.
Yeah.
I can start a question box.
Okay.
Like tell me, those are simple.
I don't know how to do that one.
I write a comment and then I add a GIF.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
A little
and
jumping
the
guy.
only filters I can do is just like swipe a few.
Swipe left or right. Hence my initial comment on making me feel old. Those are the only
the
things
filters I was aware
that
of.
were making me look better.
100%.
Were like one swipe, and it's always just Paris.
Yes.
Which is like basically normal, but like a little bit smoother.
Totally.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it like blurred it slightly.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah, same.
So couldn't relate to you more, even though I'm not even yet
You're not
in your
privy
position.
to it. Yeah.
One day, who do I got to write to? Adam Mosseri, the fucking head of Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm going to write him a nastygram because I want to get out of this test group. You know what? You know when this happened to me too? Remember when you all got memories on Facebook?
Yeah.
Never fucking got memories until like maybe a year ago.
Huh.
Anyway, what made you feel old, Brandon?
Beer league hockey. I had a game on Tuesday, and on the other team was a 22-year-old. And he was skating.
Half his age for those.
You could be his dad.
Following along.
Well, that's where we're going with this.
Oh, okay.
So, 22 years old, skating
where he's
circles, like dipsy doing. I mean, we got a defenseman on our team
Dipsy doing. Sorry,
is
just
that?
saying that you're 80.
Right.
Go.
Yeah.
Speaking of 80, we have a 65-year-old on defense.
Shout out Todd.
Shout out the Todd father. But like this kid doesn't belong in this league. Like we're all
No.
40 plus, and he's just tooling around.
Skate in
us.
circles around
So
you.
annoying. And then they were celebrating like 6 goals up, and he literally says to like us and like the old like, "Hey, you guys suck." And I'm like, "You're 22." So I leaned in a little bit, and I basically said, in different words, but I basically told him that I had intercourse with his mother.
No, he said, I fucked your mom.
Which honestly
weird
could be accurate.
He's married to me.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, go get him, babe.
Yeah.
Go get him. Go tell that little kid what's up.
It did shut him up, but that's what made me feel old.
I mean, what a little dick bag.
What Made Me Feel Old segment is brought to you by blonde tenders at our age. If we're going to Las Vegas, we're not wasting time at the clubs or pool parties like Gen Z. 1, we don't have the bodies for it. And 2, we don't have the strength or stamina to pull that off. And I know, Gina, you have the gambling edge, borderline addiction, but we're not sitting at the table for 12 straight hours with these boomers getting fed free drinks. We need something to do. We can afford to have a great time, a classy time. Do you know what we need? Blonde tenders. They handle beverage catering, event staffing, and party rentals. And I just want to throw it out there to answer some questions from our listeners and to adhere to the advice of our legal counsel. They are not an escort service or brothel. They're the go-to for millennials in Las Vegas. Maybe it's a getaway with friends. Maybe it's a work event, a corporate outing in Las Vegas. Check out the Blonde Tenders on Instagram at Blonde Tenders. So the next time you're in Vegas, look up our friends, the Blonde Tenders, and tell them the musty millennials sent you, and they'll most certainly hook you up with whatever you need. Again, nothing dirty, to have the mustiest, dustiest, crustiest time in Las Vegas. Real quick, we didn't talk about this because this is our first recording since your wedding. What an amazing time that was.
Oh, glad you had a fun time. I had a great time.
I had a good time.
It was a really,
Brandon was
really
blackout by cocktail hour, so I don't know why he thinks he can even comment on the time.
I had a fantastic time. I didn't hit the oyster limit that I hit at your sister's wedding.
Right.
But I came close.
Well, good.
When
Shout
we
out
came
Martin.
back-
Martin and I cleaned out
As long as you're
raw
like
bar.
shooting towards your goals,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, when we came out of pictures, because we were not
Yeah.
at the cocktail hour, I walked into the cocktail hour and beelined straight to the oyster bar because
Yeah.
I knew that's where my husband would be. And he had what was a plate big enough for maybe 1 or 2 oysters piled high. And then he would turn them over, hide them in the bushes, and then go get some more.
Nice.
And his eyes were clearly vacant. Like he'd been like, what, drinking for 2 hours?
Ish. 3.
Not present. He was a little stressed, so I was like,
Well, he
okay,
had fun.
go for it. But I will give you credit. You made it the entire evening. That was the only thing I was worried about, and that should make you feel young.
Yeah.
You rocked it, babe.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we get into it?
Yes.
So going back to the opener,
Yeah.
I know the last one is Britney with the kids on her lap.
Yep. One kid, but yes.
The kid. Preston. James.
Sean Preston.
Sean Preston. Right. The wedding is Kanye and Kim.
No.
Okay. What was the first thing you said?
Infamous DUI that featured anti-Semitic remarks.
Not a clue.
And
Oh,
that's
Gibson.
that's where we're going to start.
Boom. Give me some Mel.
Okay, so this is the year of 2006, which I selected because it's the year I graduated high school, so I thought it would be fun. So Mel Gibson's infamous DUI arrest. It may have actually, at the time, when I was doing my research, the most written about celebrity DUI of the decade.
I believe that.
Which is saying a lot since there were so many during that time. I mean, Paris and Nikki both got their DUIs that year. There was a long list of celebrity DUIs.
Token to enter like celebrity.
Yes. And then this one blew it out of the water. But the 2000s to 2010s was for some reason like a spate of drunk celebrities. I mean, like recently it's been like, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Shannon Bedore.
Was Chloe around that time? Remember Chloe's arrest and subsequent?
Yes, it was in that decade.
Okay.
So there was just like a lot of them, and Mel Gibson's was, largely
the creme
talked about.
De la creme of DUIs.
It was everywhere. So it was 2 years, if this matters to you, it was 2 years after the Passion of the Christ movie.
No, it does matter.
That's relevant to you. So yes. 2004, that movie came out.
And how many years after What Women Want? Because that's the only movie that matters.
It was honestly probably 2000 when that movie came out.
Great.
Probably 6 years later. It was on the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu, July 28th. Summer night or early morning hours. It was relatively, quote unquote ordinary as far as Beverly Hills DUIs in that area go.
Okay.
He was stopped at 2:36 a.m. and then booked eventually at 4:06, about an hour and a half later.
The specifics of this retelling are titillating.
Oh, good. Okay.
Keep going.
So I just want you to know, it's like 2:30 in the morning.
No,
He's driving.
I'm
really,
with him.
Okay,
I'm in the car.
He was driving more than 40 miles over the speed limit, and that's why they pulled him over.
Well, what was the speed limit though? Because depending on what it is, that's either shocking or like meh.
Well,
if it's 25,
if it's a highway, it's going to be 60.
Okay, so 100 miles an hour is alarming.
Plus, yes. And I don't know, sometimes out west they have those like open highways. I don't think in Los Angeles they're going to have like,
Wait, sorry, say that word again.
Love me. I don't even know how I said it.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. You know how in the Midwest they have those highways that are like you can drive 80 and that's a speed limit, which is insane. And I always want to go there because I love to drive fast. In like an interstate highway in Los Angeles, I highly doubt it's over 65 in any place.
I think you're right. But still, 100 is very fast.
But what if it's 50? That could be 90.
Still 90's fast.
40 miles over the speed limit is considered reckless driving. It's like very serious.
But here, think about this. 40 miles over the speed limit sober at 60, even if it's 55, is like a risky endeavor.
No, it's hard to control your car at that speed.
As a fucked up person, that's asinine.
I know. It's insane. And it's 2:30 in the morning. So his BAC later tested was 0.12.
So wait, 0.08 is okay.
Is okay.
So we're not that far over.
No, but my thing with DUIs too is they always test the BAC like
later.
Later, like especially at this time, they went back to the police station. So feasibly, he's close to 2.
Okay, that's high.
So
although we did have a friend who tested like 0.4 and should have been dead. That was asleep on the wheel of the car, never got off the block. Do you remember that?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she didn't make it.
She didn't make it out. Thank goodness.
They just found her in the front seat.
Sleeping.
Yep.
Anyway, carry on.
Okay, so when he was pulled over and arrested by Malibu police, the deputy, his name is James Mee, Gibson launched into this like rageful anti-Semitic rant. According to his arrest report, Gibson said, quote, "The Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world." Was
the arresting officer Jewish? Like, why did this come up?
I don't know.
And like, why is that the first thing you say, you motherfucker?
He was just really... That's why I think it was so upsetting to a lot of people. He'd just done this like very religious movie that was criticized for being anti-Jewish.
Right.
The Passion of the Christ, a lot of the criticism was not only that it sucked, but also that it had like all these anti-Semitic undertones.
Maybe when he was in the car, he was reading those reviews while driving 40 over and being drunk.
Probably.
And he was really
wasted,
fired
just
up about
keying
it.
himself up about all of that criticism.
Did you see that movie?
No. Okay, so later he ended up admitting that it was, quote, despicable. He also apologized, and this was an interview 10 years later, and said that people should just really move on and that he's not a hateful person. It was just because of the copious amounts of booze he had drank. And he was like, oh, I guess I'm not entitled to a nervous breakdown ever then. And I was like, well, not if it's hateful, you know?
So we talked about this recently. We won't talk about the subject of it, but what's the saying? Drunk mind speaks a sober heart. Like, you have that hate in you. Like, you're like, clearly a piece of shit.
Even if I was like angry or having a mental breakdown, it just wouldn't be at...
And like, what did the Jews do to you?
That's what I mean.
Like where did that come from?
Where did that come from? So it made headlines in such a big way that it was really damaging to his career.
Good.
He was sort of blacklisted to Hollywood. And then it was 2010, which was 4 years later, when those leaked tapes of him screaming at his then girlfriend, and it was all this racist shit. And it was the mother of one of his kids.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was his girlfriend, Oksana Grigorieva or something.
She sounds like she's from Kansas?
Yes, she is, actually. Those leaked tapes in 2010, you don't remember those? And she was like, using all these racial slurs.
She was or he was?
He was. He was screaming at her, leaving her all these voicemails. And then the audio leaked. So he has a history of,
he's just a
racist, homophobic,
old, white,
angry shit.
Douchey.
And years later,
racist.
About 10 years later, I think it was 2016 when he started to get back into the movie scene, and there was all these opinion articles written by, Jewish people who were like, I'm not fucking ready for Mel Gibson comeback. He's still an asshole. So it sort of had ripple effects for years and affected his career in such a profound way because he was like, exposed in such like a manner. And that was, social media was...
Viral videos weren't a thing.
No, and like those leaked audio tapes, and then...
It was scandalous, I remember.
And it was headlines. It was newspaper headlines. Like he was making like news station sort of frontline shit.
People were writing about this.
Yeah.
Like taking the time.
And it wasn't like you and me on Twitter being like, Mel Gibson's an asshole. It was like the New York Times was like, Mel Gibson's an asshole,
And similar to when you did Scandals last time, the Hugh Grant thing, when I think of Mel Gibson, I think about this racist rant.
Yes.
I didn't remember any of the details.
Yeah.
I forgot that he went off on the girlfriend.
Yes.
I'm vaguely remembering that.
Yeah.
But like, it is tagged to him. Like, if my mind was a catalog, he's got a tag on him.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, you're a racist. Duh.
Yes.
Like, we just know
or you're like an angry man. That's just how I picture him, is like fly off the handle, pop off on a moment's notice, unstable, angry. By all accounts, though, in that I could find, he is sober now, allegedly.
Yeah, but they're all
because
sober,
he always sort of claimed it was fueled by alcohol, which is fine. You can claim that, but also,
again,
why are you so
feel,
angry?
Though.
Yeah, there's something
feel.
in there that's like kind of nasty. So like, not my vibe.
He's got a dark.
Yeah, and he
passenger.
has.
Thank you.
Yes, he does have a dark passenger, and he also, has sort of made his career back because I guess he's recognized as a quote unquote good actor. He's just like a volatile person personally.
He's in some of the best movies of all time.
Right.
Braveheart, What Women Want.
And like he's track
that. I meant it. It wasn't even being funny.
No, it's a fine film.
It's a work of art.
Although I think in hindsight with like our 2024 lens, I think there has been some criticism of that movie. Yeah.
Just objectifying women?
Yes.
Probably.
And
they
like
all
being
do.
in their heads, and we have like superficial problems, and he's like walking by these women, he's like, oh, did I leave the toaster on? Like, fuck off.
But honestly, that might be what we watch tonight.
I'm okay with that.
I'm really okay with that. Anyway, yes, back to your point. He's inherently dark.
Yes, and so that's just how I think of him, as he's an angry man, and it all started when all this started to be exposed in 2006.
He's also like gross. Like I think of him as like, I don't know, sweaty.
And he was in the 80s and 90s and like in the beginning of his career like a sex symbol. So
ew.
I know.
But he's also like a bully. Like I just want to like,
that's what I mean.
I want to take him down
like an angry man.
Yeah. I mean, if Louis C.K. can come back, I mean, Mel can.
Did he?
He's having a resurgence.
He's gross.
What was his thing? He jerked off?
In front of people.
Yeah.
So no, it was on the phone, I think.
Oh, so that makes it better?
No. But he wasn't in front of somebody.
No, I think it was.
No, I think he jerked off in front of them.
I thought it was on the phone and people
into
could hear.
a plant.
Yeah, it was like
what?
It was multiple
remember,
incidents.
Can you look it up?
It wasn't just one.
Fern Gully.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about our next scandal.
Sorry. Okay, go.
Was that an
These
inside
could be
joke?
an episode a piece.
I know.
Okay,
but we're going to keep moving.
Sorry, keep it rocking.
All right, so the wedding that you didn't know?
Yeah, who is it?
Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise, and Katie Holmes.
Wait, they got married in a castle in Italy?
In 2006.
So I have no recollection of anything coming out of the wedding. Like,
would you want me to tell you about
like
it?
New for me. No,
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right,
Teach
great.
me. Sorry, I know one thing.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure when I was watching stuff about Scientology, Leah Remini was sitting next to J-Lo and trying to convert her to Scientology at this wedding. That's the only thing I know.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, is that a different party?
Well, it might have been true, but this is where she also started to question Scientology, and that's in here.
Tell me more, baby.
Okay, so this wedding in 2006 was dubbed the wedding of the century. But let's first set the scene quickly about their relationship, okay? The public had been hyped up about this coupling after the pair went public in April of 2005. Mind you, just a year earlier.
Okay.
They were outwardly so in love, as evident by Cruise jumping on Oprah's couch.
Oh, yeah.
Professing
We'll
his love for Kate.
Yep.
And on her part, she revealed that Cruise, who was 16 years her senior, was her childhood crush, which gave me the biggest ick. I remember that quote being like, ew, you loved him as a kid and now you're marrying him? Like, to me, that's not an accomplishment.
What's the equivalent for us? Like, who is your old childhood crush? Like, that's an adult. That was an adult.
Elizabeth Hurley.
I don't really remember. They were all Disney Channel original movie stars, so they were age appropriate.
Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
I'm trying to think. Let's come back to this.
Yeah,
because I'm curious what our
be one
was.
that I like had a crush on who was older.
For sure.
But I can't recall one at this moment. So anyway, she said that, and I actually remember her saying that and feeling creeped out about it. And there was so much skepticism because of that 16-year age gap and her creepy comment. And it seemed, like very improbable. People
and he's
were
like 4 feet tall. He's fucking gross.
Yes, and crazy. Is this a publicity stunt? Had she really auditioned to be his third wife? Remember, there was all that speculation that she auditioned and he was like looking for someone to just sort of be his trophy, and she just survived the audition period.
What does Nicole Kidman have to say about all of that?
I mean, I think Nicole Kidman was like cleaned her hands of it and didn't even like look in his direction. I bet she blocked him on Google.
She does like a shorty though, because her current husband is short.
She's also like 6 feet tall though.
So everyone's a shorty?
Yeah, everyone's a shorty.
Okay, got it.
All right, so the relationship was even more salacious given his quote unquote religion, quotes heavily.
Can we even
emphasized.
call it that?
Well, they call it that, but it's not. So Holmes actually, at the time, fired her agent and publicist and started having Scientology handlers sit in on her interviews for press and all the stuff she was doing.
Ew.
She fired like her normal team and was like, bring in the crazies.
Yeah.
Because Tom told me to. She had her baby Suri, I don't know how you
Suri
ever pronounce
Cruz.
it. Suri?
You never heard of Suri Cruz?
Right, but I thought it's Suri. It could be Suri.
But you never heard about her in the news?
I don't think about her a lot. Nor
it's like you got distracted while you were saying it and then came back. Sorry. Like you traveled.
What if she's fancy? All right, so she was born before their nuptials in April of 2006.
Ooh.
So she was born first.
Wedlock.
And he could have, and because they got together like a year prior, they got together, she got knocked up, and then they got married. So Suri born, April. Then the pair married at an Italian castle in November 18th, 2006.
Okay.
Beautiful, sort of like top of a hill castle.
See, I don't remember any of this.
And it's also so over the top. It's disgusting. Again, described as the wedding of the century. When this was happening, it was like, the wedding of the princes, like Harry and them.
Or
That's what I
do you
just
remember
thought
when Jennifer Aniston and Brad got married? That
was
like
these
kings
are
and queens.
These are insane. And the paparazzi, people were lined up in the streets. The world was watching this wedding. It was such a big deal.
Yep.
Paparazzi was crazy. They're trying to get choppers. They're trying to get pictures. There's people physically fighting to get photos of this wedding.
I don't think we knew how bad Scientology was then.
No, because Leah Remini deserves all the credit in the world because she was the one to the biggest name to really expose it.
She broke it.
There was people who left before her who, if you've seen Going Clear, they exposed that a little bit.
Yep.
All right, so they married November 18th, 2006. They had 150 guests.
Oh, it's kind of small.
Of fucking A-listers, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Considering that it's their family plus A-listers, that's not that many.
No, definitely not. But his family is Scientologists. So, how many people could he invite? All right, so these A-listers.
Yeah, you got a list of them?
Jennifer Lopez, David and Victoria Beckham, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, Jim Carrey and Jenny McCarthy, who were together at the time, which was insane. And then it was a who's who of the Scientology leaders. Leader David Miscavige was Cruz's best man.
Oh my God.
Wait, was his wife missing by that point?
This is what I'm getting to.
Okay, sorry.
No, but this is the Leah Remini
She was in
thing.
the top of the castle.
So Leah Remini says this is when her relationship
gagged.
with Scientology changed because David Miscavige's wife, Shelley, was not there.
Oh, okay.
And she asked about it, and everyone was like, why the fuck would you ask about that? And she was like,
because she's
in
not
my
here.
head, she was like, she's my friend. Why wouldn't I ask that? This is the wedding, the spectacle for the ages.
And he's the best man.
And he's the best man. And I'm asking where Shelley is, my friend, and no one's answering me. And she was like, that's when I started to question everything. I haven't seen Shelley. I'm worried about her. And now I can't ask about my friend. And so this is what turned the tables for her. And then she...
So I need to understand something.
Yeah.
How much of a loser do you have to be for David Miscavige, whatever his name is, to be your best man? And everyone you named, by the way, is now problematic.
Yes.
Will and Jada.
Yep.
Who else did you name? I was cringing.
J-Lo.
The Beckham.
J-Lo. The Beckhams are not as problematic.
No.
Although, TBD. I mean, I didn't think Will Smith was problematic to the last 5 years.
Yeah, but he's pompous.
But Will Smith had a squeaky clean image for a while.
Yeah.
But now, it's dark.
Well, he's a slapper now.
So you know what? Yeah, he's a slapper, but he's also
What the 5 fingers say to the face?
No, but he's in the Diddy universe.
Yes.
What I will say is, mark my words, the Beckhams are next.
I don't think so.
You called it here on Musty Millennials.
No, you did. I'm not putting my name to that.
I'm not stamping my name on that either.
Guys, are we in this together or what?
Not on that point.
So rude. Okay, you know what?
That was Gina that said that? Just
it was
repeating,
Gina.
that was Gina
For legal
that said that?
purposes.
Yeah. Say it louder for those in the back. Gina Mim thinks that the Beckhams will come out
Be
to
next.
be creepers.
Yes.
Carry on.
Okay. That's the whole thing with Leah Remini and the Scientology. Ultimately, they got divorced in 2012. A lot of it was because of Scientology, and it was settled in just 11 days, which is like a record for Hollywood.
I'm surprised.
But Katie, I think, like realized what she got herself into and was like basically a prisoner in her own life, which Nicole Kidman, you know, like that famous meme of her walking out and being like, I want to feel as free as Nicole Kidman the day her divorce happened with Tom Cruise.
She's alive
She's
and well.
elated. And so I think Katie didn't realize she was young and impressionable and followed the rules, and then all of a sudden got locked in a Scientology prison, and they got divorced, and she took Surrey, and they were just fucking outie.
They don't speak to him anymore. Surrey doesn't talk to him.
No, not at all.
And Nicole Kidman's kids, actually, the adopted ones, I think, picked him.
Yeah, and they're in Scientology. Yeah, one of them was on the boat for a while. The older son. There's like that boat of the Sea Org. Yeah,
yes,
and they
Sea
are
Org is right.
They're on like a fucking
Sea
cruise
World
ship.
is where dolphins die.
Yeah,
correct.
But same shit.
So yeah,
Shamu over there.
They like clean the floor with toothbrushes.
Yes, no, it's crazy. So I think he was in the Sea Org, if you know,
which is like top tier. Like he's in deep.
No, they're all in deep. It's so scary. But again, Leah Remini is a fucking hero, and I'm obsessed with her because she decided that this is wrong and then went on a campaign, and to this day has her podcast and is still harassed by them.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
They're still coming for her?
They're still coming for her.
You think they'll come for us?
They have like, I hope so. Come after me, bitch. I'm not important enough.
Bring it on.
Scientology's whack.
Part of me, okay, so this is one thing I will admit. Every time I watch anything related to Scientology, it started with Leah Remini's documentary. Part of me, because I can be convinced to join a group.
Same.
Part of me wants to go there and see if I can withstand it.
No, okay, so this is
that
my
psycho?
thing.
Should be a reality show.
Well, this is my thing. Is I have said before, I was like, I'm perfect prey because I'm so gullible and I don't give a shit. The reason that I don't want to join a cult, and the only reason that I have a lot of sympathy for people who have been, you know, victimized by cults, is that they're people who are looking to be better. And like, I'm not. So like, that's why I'm not high risk for this.
But actually, like, I could get down with like a wellness retreat. So like, why not take a little toe dip
like,
in Scientology?
I'm convinced of anything. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I had no interest in bettering myself in a way to like greater humanity.
Well, their whole thing is like how they get into heaven is by doing all these things.
Well, and same with like the Nexium people. They all went in because they were like, I wanted a community. I wanted to be better. I wanted to save the world.
I
don't want to do that.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. Sign me up.
You want to save the world?
No. But
no.
I do like community service. No, I don't really care about that many people.
Do you remember when we started dating and we signed up for New York Cares?
And I did a grand total of 0 things.
We went and sat through the whole thing. I'm like, wow, this girl, like, is she trying? Like, I thought that's who she was. She was trying to impress me as this
I love giving
charitable person.
He's making fun of me, but growing up, props to my mother. She made me feed at the soup kitchen, go to the coat drives, work the angel tree at the mall.
Yes.
Like, I did it all. So let me tell you something. It's in my blood.
Right. So no, but the difference with Scientology is they have this naive belief that they will like clear humanity. So they will make the globe of walking humans better.
All right, I'm not smoking that shit.
Right.
But I will say one of the reasons why I make a lot of friends is that I don't actually hold anything sacred. You would know everything about me.
Right.
Hence the amount of shit I share on this podcast.
Yes.
So their whole tool is you spill your guts and then they record you and then they hold it as blackmail.
And they hold you hostage.
So like, I would be the perfect candidate.
Honestly, no, you would.
I want to wear a hidden camera and a wiretap, and I want to go in there and just see what happens.
I'm sure they check people for that nowadays.
You think? A little tap tap?
They have 2 headquarters, one in Los Angeles and one in Clearwater. I've driven past both.
Okay.
The creepiest, just weird,
it's like where
eerie,
like death hangs out.
It's it's very, very
I could talk about Scientology forever. I've watched the Leah Remini thing twice. Going Clear is a great documentary on HBO. Like, I'm fascinated by Scientology and mind control.
Agree.
And brainwashing.
Agree.
All right.
Speaking of brainwashed.
Speaking of brainwashed, we're going to get to our next scandal.
Is she brainwashed?
There's something wrong with her brain.
No, she's... That's not brainwashed. That's just mental illness.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So this is February of 2006.
Okay.
Surrey Cruise isn't even a glimmer in Katie Holmes' eye yet, but Britney Spears is in the throes of a full-blown meltdown.
Right.
So...
Had she shaved yet? Her head?
No, she had hair in this photo.
Okay.
Several photos were published, and it says in here Tuesday because it's from an original article. It was a Tuesday.
Oh, that's very good to know.
And it showed Spears driving in her SUV with her son, Sean Preston, perched on her lap rather than strapped in a car seat in the back seat. Spears, is, holding the wheel of the car with one hand, her 4-month-old baby in the other, and there's a person in the passenger seat.
Oh my God.
So,
why wouldn't that person just also hold the baby? It's not cool either way, but why is she holding the baby?
Spears came out with a statement afterwards, and she said it because of a horrifying, frightful encounter with paparazzi.
She was running away.
And she was just following her instincts, trying to get her baby out of harm's way, and just fucking jumped in the car and started jetting off.
I actually remember her explanation of it.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, that's insane. But I'm literally sitting here with a 4-month-old on my lap.
Yeah.
And if people were threatening my children, I might do crazy shit too.
And in her defense, whenever she would go anywhere, because the paparazzi, specifically at this time too, because she was in the middle of meltdown.
Yeah.
They would swarm her so much that you're not going to carry a baby carriage. You have to hold the baby close to you. So she always had him in her arms.
Jumped in the car and jet.
Yeah. So it wasn't like she could just pop him in the back seat. He was already in his carrier. That's a whole fucking thing if the paparazzi are swarming you.
And think about how much time you should see how much I struggle.
It takes forever
to put on the things.
Give you a 10-minute head start before anyone gets in the car.
Yeah. Also, I feel like though it's weird that the person in the passenger seat wasn't helping.
Right. Or give me the baby. I have no idea. But there was just
another
one. There was another person sitting there.
But you know what though? On the flip side, now I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth.
Okay.
You're a celebrity. You know the paparazzi is following you. I guess you're having a mental breakdown, so your brain isn't really working. But this is fodder. Why would you do that?
And, she's definitely not thinking about that. But also, if you feel your 4-month-old who is nowhere near physically capable of holding his body up in I would just feel scared that he was sitting in my lap while I was driving. I don't know if I would.
Sound effects on this podcast.
And what if you crash? The airbag's going to crush his skull.
That's so dangerous.
Ridiculous.
That kid's gonna die. So what I think is sad is that there's probably and almost certainly postpartum something happening.
No, and I think she's been very outspoken about that.
Yeah, and I think that's part of actually where
and outspoken's generous for Britney. She just wrote a book and dances on Instagram, but you know what I mean.
But and to me, that feels like the right mediums for her. So what's sad though is that she clearly was here. Can you take the baby? She clearly was going through postpartum stuff.
Yes,
we are completely abusing her. For her breakdown.
And the paparazzi are aggressive and scary.
Right.
So, but she should have never gotten in the car and done that with a baby.
So that's my point is what do we feel worse about? The potential for that baby to have been hurt, her situation, where do you stand on this?
Well, the paparazzi was fucking trash to her. They swarmed her in a way that was unsafe for her, never mind a baby.
Yeah. Also, how far was she going? Because if she was literally going around the block.
Or where were you going from? Maybe wait until you can get some security there, just go back in, don't get in the car. You know what I mean? I don't know where she was or what those circumstances were, but maybe just jet back into the hotel or even fucking gas station, have them clear it out, wait for security to get there, so you can safely get out of there, rather than you just instinctually jumping in the car and jetting off. And I can't reiterate enough how wobbly a freaking 4-month-old is.
I mean, they have no core,
they have no
nothing. Neck. But okay, here's the thing. There's two things that she could have done. Given it to the guy in the or woman, whoever, in the passenger seat. Not great, but a little bit better.
Yes.
Or I'm just trying to think of if I'm going to panic, I might just put him on the ground in the back. Why are you holding him?
Yeah. She was holding him to her chest.
Yeah, I remember.
And
distinctly.
Or give it to the person and have them pop him back because clearly the carrier's in there. It's not like you didn't have a car seat. It's a baby.
I would like to give us some homework. We need to do some research on who was in the car with her because that person's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that's the real criminal
only one
here.
To blame is mystery person A in the passenger seat.
Yes. But, okay, so this did prompt the, what are they called? Child services to do a welfare check.
Good.
Ultimately, no charges were filed.
Wait, but then when did they get taken away from her? Oh, they got taken away when she shaved the head.
Yeah, and that was way later, and that's when both of them were born. I think Sean's the first one. I think this was her first baby.
Oh, okay. Well, that also
and they were all born a year
lot.
apart. And then this is the second baby because this same year she divorced Kevin Federline.
Oh, okay. Well,
because it's Sean Preston.
That really broke my heart. I can't believe they broke up.
I know, Brandon. He still doesn't like to talk about it.
Wait, I'm gonna look them up. Keep going.
No, that was it. I was just saying that. It was also a really hard year because of the Kevin Federline divorce, which everyone saw coming, so it was not worthy of the scandal on this list.
That
but
was
worth
the first
a mention.
One. Sean Preston was
the first.
James is the second.
Jaden James. And they're only exactly a year apart.
Well, so that's the thing is
she might have been pregnant at that time.
I was going to say she was going through postpartum. Her body as I'm going through right now, is doing crazy things.
And she's already mentally unwell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And she's
so to
in the
add
spotlight.
postpartum in and paparazzi and she's never thinking straight.
Honestly, so where I stand on this is it's not okay that she did it, but I kind of don't blame her.
I don't blame her either.
I kind of feel like she got a bad rap.
She could have. I don't think Britney Spears also, and I think people have to give her a little bit of grace with her choices because I don't think she had the tools to make any correct decisions for herself.
No, she's unwell.
At the base of it, and then on top of it all, people attacking her. There's no good outcome for her because she doesn't know what the fuck to do. You guys are killing her.
Agree. And I say, again, fuck you to the person in the passenger seat. End scene.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Shall we do a quiz?
Yes.
Should we bang it out?
Yeah.
Bang it. This podcast is happily sponsored by Wonderweave, where each story is a doorway to a child's imagination. Wonderweave is an innovative app that crafts custom tales for your child with text, vivid images, and audio narration, all powered by the magic of AI. Proudly woman-owned, Wonderweave champions creativity and learning, transforming screen time into an interactive journey. Just picture your little one, eyes wide with wonder as they explore stories where they're the star, brought to life through your own voice, thanks to the app's unique voice cloning feature. Every parent wishes to leave a mark in their child's heart, and Wonderweave lets you do just that. Whether it's before bed or on the go, your voice can be the comforting guide through enchanted worlds and spirited adventures. So why wait? Embark on this captivating voyage with your child. Visit wonderweave.app now to start your free trial and create lasting memories one magical story at a time. Wonderweave, bringing families closer with every word.
So what I decided to do is I went 10 years later. So you did 2006, I did 2016, because we're going to have so many scandal episodes that I can't do current scandals every time because I'm going to run out.
Right.
So, but these would have been part of Gen Z's upbringing,
yes,
which is how I'm bringing this all back. And I've got 3 categories.
Okay.
So round 1 are political scandals.
Okay.
If you don't get these right, I don't know what you're going to get right.
Seriously.
Okay. Which U.S. political figure faced heavy criticism in 2016 for using a private email server during their
Hillary
time
Clinton.
as Secretary of State?
Next.
I knew you would know these. Okay. That is correct. Okay.
Was that Chris Farley?
Yes.
Nice.
Number 2. What major international political event revealed widespread corruption and offshore accounts through leaked documents known as the Panama Papers?
I don't know. Was that with Snowden?
You know what's so funny? The answer is the Panama Papers.
No. That's WikiLeaks.
You like
Snowden.
that? You like that?
Okay, so next.
Okay. Which world leader's political ties to Russian interference in 2016 in the 2016 U.S. presidential election caused international uproar?
Trump.
No.
Really?
It's Putin, the other side of that fucked up partnership.
Oh, okay.
Accusations of Russian interference in the U.S. presidential election were tied to his administration, meaning Putin. But yes, it was during Trump's...
I see.
Was it
they interfered on Trump's behalf.
Was it his first run or his second run?
First.
Okay. We're going to move to a new category.
Cool.
Entertainment dramas.
Great.
Who was at the center of a feud that erupted when a secret phone call about song lyrics was leaked online?
Taylor Swift and Kanye West, right?
Fuck yeah! But it was Kim.
And Kim, yeah.
Kim is
but
the
it was
one who
about
leaked
Kanye,
it.
yeah.
You got it, baby. Which Hollywood star was embroiled in a highly publicized divorce involving allegations of child abuse, substance misuse, and custody battles in 2016? It's actually going to surprise you who it is, but once I say it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot it got that serious.
I don't know. Well, I can't remember. I can't place 2016.
Brad Pitt.
Oh, yes.
Remember when the kids started to say, "Oh, he hit me on the plane"?
on the plane. Yeah,
yeah. There was like all this like,
and they're still, I think, battling, aren't they? I don't
which
think
is
their divorce
crazy.
is settled yet.
It's almost 10
I feel
more
like
years
it came.
later.
There was a headline recently about their divorce, and I was like, "That's still fucking going on." All right, keep going.
Which social medias, this is going to be easy. Okay. Social media's platforms, algorithms were accused of censoring conservative news stories in the trending section.
Twitter?
Facebook?
Facebook.
Oh, that's not
the
that
platform
easy.
faced, sorry, he made me second guess for a second. The platform faced criticism for allegedly suppressing conservative news in trending topics. So they were basically being...
But I think Twitter and Facebook did it. That's what the Twitter files were most recently.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like
also,
these journalists.
Someone watches the news.
Yeah, just a little.
Whatever. Okay. Corporate scandals.
Yeah.
Do you want sports or corporate?
Toss up. I'll get neither right. Maybe sports because Brandon might know.
Okay. Let her go first, though. Which Olympic swimmer falsely claimed to have been robbed at gunpoint during the Rio 2016?
Ryan Lochte.
Nice.
Excellent. What major sports organization faced global criticism in 2016? I can stop saying in 2016 because...
I know what year it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What major sports organization faced global criticism for widespread doping among its athletes?
Was that boxing?
The Russian Athletics Federation. Remember, they actually were like
kicked
taken
out of the
Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
That actually feels like yesterday.
Yeah, same. That seemed too recent.
Yeah. Which NFL team was fined heavily in 2016? As you know, we're talking about 2016 for their involvement. Oh, this is so easy in the Deflategate scandal.
Oh, the Patriots?
Yeah, baby.
I was at that game.
Really?
Yeah, it was really rainy and people were so drunk and slipping in the bathroom.
What a fun fact.
But I was at Deflategate, yeah.
All right. Well, the fallout from Deflategate involving underdeflated footballs resulted in fines and suspensions.
Yep.
And that's when Belichick really became like a villain, I feel like.
Yeah.
Right?
Now
He was a
he's
villain
dating
in
a child.
2002.
No, but I think like for the common folk like me, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, like an NFL layman like myself.
Correct. Although,
I'm a
why
Jets
were you
fan,
at that game?
Because they were playing the Colts, and my mom's a Colts fan.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a delight.
And real quick, make sure you follow Musty Millennials on Instagram. We have a new social media manager, Caroline.
Oh, she's
Caroline.
She's doing a
Betty.
great job. You get little clips of the podcast. If you don't have time to listen to the whole thing, you can watch the clips. It's great.
Also, like us on things.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, like be our
That'd be
friends.
Like, follow, share.
So similar to
Yeah.
those seeking Scientology, we're seeking community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, come all.
Musty
Join us.
Militia.
And with that, we hate Musty Militia. Brandon made that up, but we're going to lean into it because it's too late now. Anyway, with that, we are the mustiest, dustiest, crustiest. You like that?
Yeah.
Millennials you ever did. Ooh, a little backup. Millennials you ever did see.
Peace. The baby distracted her because she milks hiccups. Have you ever noticed that about her?
Yeah.
She'll hiccup.
It's like an ailment.
And it just keeps going. But if you just get her brain, like just like the kids, if they're upset about something, you get their brain off of it.
Yes. She is a child. Just distract her.
She was distracted by the baby and the hiccups magically does. Like, I feel like she milks it. Just like her burps, she makes them louder than they actually need to be.
dramatic.
Yeah. It's your friend.
Your wife.